Hey guys, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So in honor of the new BPerfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 palette with Stacey Marie coming out, I've decided that I want to do a look with each of the other Carnival palettes. So we have the original one and then we have the XL one. So I have both palettes, obviously. So we're going to be doing a video with each palette until I get the Tahiti palette, which I ordered the whole collection. I don't know when it's going to ship, but as soon as it gets here, I'm going to be doing a look with it. So for today's video, I used the first Carnival palette with Stacey Marie and BPerfect Cosmetics. This is the palette here. It's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. It has 2 highlighter shades, 7 high pigmented shimmers, and 17 mattes. So it is an absolutely perfect colorful palette, and I do feel like you need this one in your collection because you don't have one like this. Like, I guarantee you don't have one like this unless you have the palette. I know that we all have like a lot of, you know, colorful shades and nude palettes and all that stuff, but this was just so much fun to work with. It was amazing. At the end of the video, I do tell you my thoughts, so if you're interested in seeing my full thoughts on the palette, then definitely you can skip through the look and just listen to that, or you can watch the whole look. But I created this look using this palette and it was so fun to do. This was my first ever halo, you know, attempt, and I feel like it came out okay. It's not perfect, of course. My blending skills are still getting better, but I am obsessed with this look. Like, I don't even want to take it off. That's how obsessed I am. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go so that you can watch the tutorial and just see my thoughts on the palette, and I tell you all of the information at the end about the palette, where to buy it and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get into this look. I just realized that my microphone wasn't on while I was recording this whole look. So good thing I did one eye at a time. So now we can go ahead and do the other eye, and I will explain to you what I did to get this. It's not completely done. Thank goodness I caught it before it was completely done. But anyway, let's just get into it. I'm so sorry that that happened. That's so annoying. I primed with the BPerfect Perfect Prime in the shade Ominous. I believe this is the only shade that they have. This is the eyeshadow primer. It's in 20 milliliters, which is an insane size, and it has a nice doe foot applicator, so it's kind of like a concealer. So first, we are going in with a JH38 brush. This is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection. And we are going in with Wasted, which is this purple shade right here. And we are going to create like a circle shape. And you kind of want to pack on as much as you can on here, because the more you pack on, the darker the shade is going to be. Because the first much that I put on there was like a light purple shade, but you want this to be a little bit darker. And I wouldn't worry too much about it being perfect because it is going to be blended out with other shades. This eye look is a little tedious because you go back and forth between 3 colors, so it is going to be very tedious. So this is not a look that you can do in like 10 minutes unless you're really fast. So I'm just stamping it there first so that I have the shape. Alright, so now that you have the shape down, you're good to move on to the next color. So I'm now going to take my Morphe and Jeffree Star brush. This is the JS12, and we are going to dip into Lit, which is the orange shade in the palette. It's already stained because I did this whole eye. I can't believe that I didn't check my microphone. We're going to put it right up here where the purple is, and we're going to be blending the purple together with it. Since I feel like I took this purple too high, yeah, I definitely did, because the purple over here stopped like right here. So I definitely took this purple too high over here. So we're going to have to use a lot more orange on this side to blend it out. So I am using little circular motions. Alright, so now that that is done, we are going to color switch this brush because we're going to use it again. So now we're going to dip into the yellow in the palette, which is the Keen shade, and we are going to blend that above and with the orange shade just to kind of, you know, do this little sunset type of gradient look. Again, with the little circular motions. Alright, so now I'm gonna dip back into Lit. That's what I mean when I say that this look is very like tedious, because you have to dip in between all 3 shades, bring the colors back, blend them out, bring the colors back, blend them out. Alright, so now we're gonna switch back to the JH38 and dip back into Wasted, which was that purple shade. And I'm just doing windshield wiper motions in my crease. I'm not bringing it up anywhere else or down anywhere else, just in my crease. Since we're doing kind of like a halo eye, it doesn't really matter too much if it gets a little messy over here, plus because we're going back and forth between shades. So now that that's the way that I like it, we're gonna go back into the orange shade. Now we're gonna dip back into Keen, which is the yellow shade, and just bring it up here. I don't want to touch too much on the orange because I'm trying to get it to look like this side, and it's getting a little difficult because I took that purple so high up. I didn't have so much space, so you can tell that this side is like perfect and this side is like way more up here, but I can clean it up to kind of help. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut my crease, and I'm gonna do this off camera. Basically, you just want to do like a circle in the middle of your eye. So I can't do it on camera because it just takes too long, and during the editing process it'll just take too long to edit. So yeah, you just want to do like a circle, not like a full cut crease or a half cut crease. You want to do like a circle in the middle of the eye, leave this side open and this side open basically. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now that you have the cut crease done, we are now going to take the JH38 brush, and there's no pigment on here. I'm just going to go with no pigment first. But now you're going to kind of like make that tapered V look. So you're going to like flick at an angle. And when you do this, when we add the pigment, take a little bit at a time, because I noticed that since they're so pigmented, like one tap gives you a hell of a lot of pigment. Now we are going to color switch this, and we're going to dip into Lit, which is the orange shade. And we're just going to put that right on top of the purple. And I'm doing tapping motions and flick motions to blend it out, because you don't want to get the orange into your little halo cut crease. Alright, that's good enough. I know this side looks a lot whiter, but it looked exactly like this, and since the shimmer is so pigmented without being wet, by the way, I didn't even have to wet it, I was able to make my halo eye look a little bit more bigger without having to recut my crease. We're dipping into the shimmer shade, which is called Queenie, and that's this beautiful shade right here. I don't even know what the formula is for this shade, but I didn't have to wet my brush at all, and I was so surprised. This is the JS10 brush. This is an amazing brush for packing on this type of shimmer. So I'm just gonna pack it and bring it down into that cut crease just to fill up that area, obviously. And then of course I am gonna try to make it match the other side. So I'm going to be building up this shimmer and then kind of bringing it outwards, because this is a little smaller than the other side. Alright, so now that that kind of looks like the other eye, we are going to go back to the JH38 with no pigment on it, and just flick that purple in there to kind of, you know, blend it out. And then we're going to dip back into Lit. I think when I did this, I used this JS10 brush. I mean JS12. This brush is a lot easier to blend out. That other brush, the JH38 is easier for like packing it, but this one's easier for blending them out. Alright, so now that both eyes are looking the same, I'm going to do my full face off camera. Then we're going to come back to do the lower lash line, and then we will talk about the palette. I know that there's a lot of shades in here. We didn't really use that many, but I'll talk about the shades that I did use. And we'll even use one of the highlighters in the palette so that we can see how those perform. So I will be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and did my full face off camera and I added lashes. I am currently wearing the Paint Splashes from Glamlight. These are in the style orange. So I love these lashes. It took me a really long time to put them on though because I was having technical difficulties. And then in my waterline I used this I Am Amazing 24-hour eyeliner from Real Her. I just got this in my Glam Bag Plus, I think, or one of my glam bags from Ipsy. I also did my foundation mixing these two shades. This is the Becca 24-hour foundation ultimate coverage in Driftwood and Alabaster. I mixed these two together to get kind of like my shade. It looks okay. I'm a little more yellow toned and it's kind of pink. I don't know if you can tell, but I mean really it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get into doing this tightline. We're gonna take the Morphe and Jeffree Star JS13. This is a really teeny tiny pencil brush, and we are going to dip into Lit, which was that orange shade, and we are going to lightly tap in it. Now I'm gonna dip into Keen, which was that yellow shade. You can't really see it, but it's the yellow shade, and we're just gonna blend that orange out with it. Alright, so there's that. The eyes are completely done. Oh, well, let's do an inner corner. So let's see which one of these shades. This Moony shade looks like it'd be a really pretty inner corner. Dang it, now I kind of wish I didn't use this brush. I need to buy more of this brush if they still sell them, because, you know, Morphe boycotted Jeffree Star. Oh, actually, I'm not going to wet my brush, because when we used Queenie, we didn't need to wet our brush. So we're going to dip into Moony and see if we need to wet our brush or not. Oh yeah, definitely don't need to wet your brush. And oh, maybe it's just because it's mixing with this color. I was gonna say this is a more like gold color on the eyes than in the pan. It looks like a white shimmer, but on the eyes it's kind of goldish. It's probably just because there's that orange shade down here. Wow, that looks amazing. This is sickening. Like, I can't wait for the Carnival 3 to get here. I did buy the whole collection, but I can't wait for that to get here. I'm so excited after using this palette. I already know that that one's gonna be crazy. I'm also going to take this shade and highlight my brow bone. On this side I actually have space to highlight my brow bone, but I took this way too high over here. Alright, so now we're going to use one of these highlighters in the palette to highlight the face. I really want to use, oh that's cool, they're called Saint and Sinner. This one's Saint and this one's, no, this one's Sinner and this one is Saint. I really do like this pinky one, so we're going to use Saint. So pretty. Wow, that's nice. It does build up also, but it is really pretty. That's gorgeous. Look at that. So pretty. And this is the second coat. So yeah, it definitely builds up. Totes depends on how you dip into it. Also, I was kind of like lightly tapping in it because I don't know how pigmented it was gonna be. Whoa. I love this palette like to death. Okay, All right, so, oh, I need to add a lip. I want to do nude. I don't want to take away from the eye look because we have a super dramatic eye look right now. So I'm going to add this Ofra and Madison Miller. This is the Oh My Riri. Okay, everybody, well, here's the final look. I absolutely love it. I think that it's so gorgeous. I don't think I've ever done a super dramatic look like this. This is super dramatic. And then I added the lashes, which definitely put it together. It's insane that lashes can make or break a look. Like, lashes can just make your look so much better. It's freaking crazy. So, yeah, let's talk about this palette. I love this look. Let me know down below what you think about this look. I know my blending skills aren't perfect. Of course, I'm still learning. This palette is currently on sale for £24.99. That converts into $32.75 USD. So I think that that's a pretty good price for what you're getting here. So with this palette, you're getting 17 vibrant matte eyeshadows, 7 high pigment shimmers, 2 highlighters, and a mirror. So this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. The color story is amazing. This is probably very intimidating to a lot of people who don't do colorful looks, or maybe you just don't really know how to work with too many colors. But there are tons of tutorials on YouTube. That's the amazing thing about YouTube. I do highly recommend this palette. It's freaking amazing. The shimmers in this palette are out of this world. I have never used a shimmer that I didn't have to wet my brush until using this palette. And I'm even talking about Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place shimmers are amazing, but I still have to wet my brush to get like this insane. But you're getting this insane shimmer without wetting your brush. I didn't have to manipulate any of my tools to get the look that I have on my face right now. And I'm very happy with the look that I got, the look that I created. I am like insanely happy with this look. It's amazing. It took obviously it took a little while because with doing a halo eye, going between 3 colors back to back and constantly to get the really nice blended look, it's gonna be time consuming, but the shades are super, super pigmented. They're buildable and blendable. It's definitely worth the money. So I do highly recommend this palette. And the highlighters in the palette are really, really nice too. I know I only used Saint, so I guess I can't really speak on Sinner, but I'm assuming that it's going to be exactly the same. It's really nice, and you can build it to be that blinding highlight that we all love and look for. It's definitely worth it. So I just want to thank all of you guys for watching this video. Please make sure that you like it if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe. I would love to have you here so that you can see some more amazing looks that I come up with. I feel like I'm getting better at this whole makeup thing, so if you want to see me get better and better, then definitely subscribe to show some support. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here and watching. And that being said, I will see you next time with another one. Bye.